you done now? Oh, what have you done
And they join us right now. They are the directors and the creative minds behind Jeen-Yus, a Kanye trilogy. Coodie and Chike join us this morning. Guys, before we even really get into it, let me just say this. Excellent job. I mean, I've only seen the two parts so far, but this is everything that I wanted out of this documentary. It gives me those fade to black vibes from back in the day, which is a film that I ran ragged on DVD. So just great job, guys.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you know, Coodie, let's start off with you though, man. I mean, watching the documentary, it was obvious early on you saw something in Kanye when you first met him at that party for Jermaine Dupri back in '98 or whenever it was. Tell me, what was it you exactly saw in him?
I think it was like his drive. I think it was his drive and his work ethic, you know, later on. But his drive, like he used to come in the barbershop with these beats. And he used to he would pester No ID and Doug Infinite to teach him how to make beats. And I'll be around Doug. I was there at Doug's house once, at No ID house actually, when Kanye came and was trying to get in. And I'm like, who is this kid? And then like I said, he would come to the barbershop Mellow Swing and just play beats and he wanted to rap in front of everybody. He just had a passion that was undeniable.
It's obvious you could see that on display throughout the documentary. I mean, Chike, same question for you. When you first met Kanye, did you have that same vibe that Coodie had from him?
Yeah, 100%. When I first met Kanye, the first song he played was Jesus Walks. And, you know, we know what that song is. And it was just instantly knew this guy was special beyond the music. You know what I'm saying? Just had a feeling that there was something there that his message was going to be able to impact a lot of people.
You talk about Jesus Walks and the footage when Coodie, you and Kanye and the rest of the crew go into the Rockefeller offices and he's playing these songs. He's playing All Falls Down, which is, you know, for my generation, one of those songs that is just was an instant classic when it came out, but it's just one that never stops. And he's playing All Falls Down. He's playing Jesus Walks, and people are looking at this man in the face like, "What are you doing?" What was Kanye's reaction and your reaction to Rockefeller at the time, just not understanding what they were sitting on?
Right. I mean, I think they really understood, and not to give any excuses, but we was just barging into people's offices while it was working. We didn't care, you know. It was no fear, man. Kanye just believed so much in his music, and I believed in it, but I didn't want to turn the camera off, and they looking at us like we were crazy when we were doing it. So, you know, like I say, no excuses, but we were a little aggressive in those days, you know.
And why, Chike, was right now the time, or 2021, 2022? Why was this the right time for this documentary to come out?
I mean, we couldn't even write that. You know, we didn't really have. That wasn't our time. That was all in God's time. You know, but the reason why it is the right time is because, Kanye is probably the most relevant that he's ever been right this second. You know, and it's because of that relevance. No matter how he's relevant, it's a vessel to be able to tell an impactful story that really can help people, because this film isn't so much about Kanye. It's about teaching people how to move in their passion and how to, have belief in a higher power to really move in faith, to overcome obstacles and be able to move without fear. So if we can utilize, a polarizing character's story or aspects of the story to impart a positive effect in people's lives, then, this is the best stage for that. And the stage couldn't be set any more better than for right now. And we had no control over that. For us, that's all in God's time.
It is all in God's time.
I love when you say no fear, though, Chike. Crazy. You say what? I said I love when you said no fear, because that's what it was. When you trust in God, you have you move with no fear. And trusting in God is really trusting in yourself. So, yeah.
God is good all the time. But you know, Coodie, to go
All
back
the time.
all the time. To go back to it though, I mean, you were documenting so much of Kanye, especially in the early times. I haven't seen part 3 yet, so I'm sure that there's more that we could even delve into. But how difficult was it to go through all the footage and try to figure out, okay, we need to put this in the doc, but I have this heat right here. I have this hidden gem that you know what's going to have to make that cutting room floor. How difficult was that?
Oh man, well first everything that we did up until this point was a rehearsal. From Benji, 30 for 30 Benji to A Kid from Coney Island was a rehearsal for this moment, and we learned from Nina Bon Jovi had us get this book called Story by Robert McKee. So we was learning how to write screenplays. So everything led up to this moment where we knew exactly how we need to hit certain beats, how we need to have a catalyst moment. We had to have protagonists. We knew everything about filmmaking at this point that we were able to structure this film the way we did. And we moved right from A Kid from Coney Island with our editors, Jason Harper and Max Allman, and went straight to this. And not for nothing, it was a silver lining when it came to the pandemic and because we were quarantined and wasn't nothing to do but go through footage at the moment. So everybody was, I'm a party animal. I like to kick it. So I couldn't kick it. I couldn't do nothing. I'm like, okay, this is perfect time, which we say is God's time.
But let me say, I know that there had to be either in the editing bay or when you're watching rough cuts of it, Chike, that there were moments that I'm sure that y'all may have had a disagreement on. Like, man, we got to put this in, and y'all were like, no, we don't have to have that.
I mean, there's definitely moments that we tried to squeeze in the doc. There's moments that didn't make the doc that could go viral on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we had to just serve the film and pick moments based upon what would serve the ending of our film and what would move the story forward. So we had to kill a lot of our darlings. Like this scene that I know Coodie, there's one scene that Coodie loves. That's the scene when they went to go visit John Singleton, and John was like at the height of his career. He's doing Fast and Furious at this time, and nobody really knows who Kanye and Coodie are, and he was just so humble and embraced them. Kanye was looking at other avenues to be able to get revenue from his beats, and so being able to get them placed on a soundtrack at that time would have been an amazing opportunity. And John just gave them his ear and his eye.
Man, see,
that scene didn't make
it. these are the things that I just want to see. I mean, even to have something like this to where you see Pharrell, his reaction to Through the Wire, or you see Kanye and Puff in the studio, or you see Kanye laying his verse for The Bounce off Blueprint 2, and just seeing that relationship between him and Jay at an early time. There's so much heat here. Like, there's so much fire that I'm sure that there's so much more. But I don't know, Coodie, how you were able to sit on this footage for so long. I mean, this is like the Angie Martinez Tupac interview that I don't think we're ever going to hear. But you've been sitting on this footage forever. Did you have multiple times where you wanted to release something but just fought that urge?
Yeah. I mean, well, in 2006, we got a deal offered to us to do something with it, and Kanye wasn't ready for the world to see that side of him. He was, being the superstar that he was, so he just wanted people to see him in that light. So he didn't want to do it then. And then in 2014, we were going to do it. And which I'm giving a lot of Act 3 away because it's all part of the story in Act 3. But 2014, we were going to do it, and it just didn't happen. So this time, when it came to making it happen, I'm like, Chike, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And then we have to go show Kanye, and that's what we did. So we made it happen ourselves. We partnered with Time Magazine, Time Studio, and I got Nick Tran put together a team of investors, and we just made it happen and showed Kanye the sizzle, and he loved it. And then I asked him to trust me, and the film, and told him what the film was about, because we pretty much had a rough cut at the time. And I said, you got to trust me. This film is for the dreamers. It's not about us. So, and he said, cool. And now we got the film out, and can't wait for everybody to see Act 3.
Well, Act 3 is going to be debuting on Netflix. Guys, again, I could sit here and talk to y'all all day. I have so many questions about some of these sessions, these classic moments. I hope that we can talk again maybe sometime down the road. But again, y'all have done something that's so special, and I think is going to touch so many people. And I mean, even after watching the first part of the documentary, I wanted to run through a brick wall to chase my dream. So y'all definitely have motivated people out there. So God bless the both of you, and congratulations on all your continued success.
Bless. Oh, man, God bless you, too, and the same to you, for sure. Let's go.
All right, that is Coodie and Chike. Jeen-Yus, a Kanye trilogy, is available right now on Netflix. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.